Hey everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So today we are doing our Tobacco Tasters episode, and I've got my son Colton with me, and we are at the deer lease. And so we felt like this was a good opportunity to do two things. Introduce to Colton a Virginia style that he might like, because he's really into Virginias, and also start introducing some good smokes for the summer, since it's starting to get hot. So today we are doing GLP's new release called Geometrie. So this particular tin was made in March of 2023. Just came out in April, not too long ago. So this is a new one. All right, couple of things about this one. It is a Virginia Oriental. It's produced by Cornell and Deal. Of course, it comes in a plug, and the plug is really a nice looking block of whole leaf tobacco. And you have to really, use a sharp knife to kind of cut it really correctly, and so it doesn't break apart on you. And I use a spice grinder to kind of help get it into a kind of a ribbon or a coarse cut kind of style. I don't know if you can see that right there, but that's kind of what we're doing with that.
Because I could see trying to rub this out by hand.
You can't do it.
That'd be way too tough.
You just can't do it if you do that. Okay. It contains Oriental Turkishes, which has two types of Orientals in it. It has Basma and it has Izmir, and it also has a red Virginias in it. So it's a Virginia Oriental, and it's kind of going away a little bit from the norm of most typical Virginia Oriental. So let's go ahead and talk about this one.
Sure.
By the way, there's no flavorings added. The strength on this one is medium to strong. The taste on this one is about medium or medium to full. And so we'll go ahead and talk about this one. And I am drinking a little bit of bourbon along with this to kind of give it the summertime feel. What do you got?
Shout out to East Texas Brewing Company in Tyler, Texas. We're doing Hitching Post, which is a American Amber.
Oh, okay, interesting.
If you want to try that one, it's good. But no, the guys down in Tyler, that particular brewery, they're awesome. They're really good. So,
all right. So let's start on this one with the tin note. What are you getting out of the tin note on this, buddy? Man, it's beautiful.
Yeah. It was kind of hard to pick up at first, but now that I've got it going. It's like a bready bake, like there's like a bakery kind of thing going on there. There's a little bit of like a spiciness kind of in there as well. I want to say even like a cocoa or a chocolate kind of scent if you really smell. But dark fruit as well, probably from those red Virginias, or the Orientals.
Man, I'm just getting a lot of that grassy breadiness through here. Kind of a little light citrus, maybe like a lemon zest in there,
which I really like about
there's some wood tones to it, some earthy smells to it.
I think that's the best word, is earthy.
Yeah, there's some sour notes in there that are really hitting my nose as well.
Yeah,
I get some of those baking spices that you're talking about there, but they're pretty light.
Yeah.
I don't get a whole lot of the red Virginia that's in here. I don't get a whole lot of that tangy dark fruit kind of a smell. Do you get that?
I've been smoking nothing but like plum pudding for the past month, so I can nose it a little bit. It's pretty easily, because that's what I've been going to quite a bit lately.
You've been smoking plum pudding?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird in the middle of summer, but
no, it's just out of your nature.
Well, I think I've had the mason jar for like a year now, so it aged really well. It's kind of mellowed out a little bit. It's nice.
All right. Well, what kind of tastes are you getting out of this one?
So I only did like a half bowl on this one. I didn't really load it up too much, but I taste, as always, the Virginias quite a bit. I mean, it's that grassy kind of earthy taste. It smells the way that it tastes, and it tastes the way that it smells, which I like about, I like that in a tobacco. I hate whenever there's like random curveballs thrown in there, but this one tastes a lot like it smells.
to me the Orientals are very forward because I get that sour, zesty kind of almost a spice in there too.
Really?
Like a peppery.
I got it at first when I first lit it, and now that I'm a little bit more through it, it's kind of sitting back a little bit. Maybe I don't know, but
yeah, there's hardly any sweetness to it at all. I'm not getting a whole lot from the Virginias, other than maybe some grassiness in there and some earthiness. There's a floral hint to this as well.
Yeah, kind of.
A little bit. But I'm getting a lot of the citrus, a lot of the sour, a lot of the earthy kind of smell. Taste.
It's a very robust smoke, in my opinion. It's very just kind of, I don't want to say heavy because that's not the right word.
Yeah.
But it's prominent. Maybe.
It's not heavy, but it's got some punch to it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The taste palette on this is not just super exciting to me. It's good.
Yes.
But there's just not a lot of complexity going on here to me.
Straightforward kind of.
Yeah.
You're getting the tobacco flavor out of it. Definitely.
Yeah, I wish it had a little more sweetness to it. I'm not getting hardly any of that at all. Anything else on the flavors?
Just a lemony, grassy kind of. I'm looking for those Virginias, so that's what my palate picks up on.
Yeah, that sourness and pepperiness.
Yeah,
I'm getting
peppery.
from the Orientals a lot.
Peppery as well. It's really good.
It's hard to tell what the room note in here, but I have smoked this a couple of times, and from my previous experiences, the room note's kind of pungent. It's kind of strong.
I can see that, but I mean, we are outside, but I could see that being a thing.
Yeah,
if you were inside.
and on the tolerable end, there's nothing about it that's like, drawing people to it.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a pipe smoker's tobacco. I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of it's not a pipe tobacco that I think young smokers, or I say young, I mean experience.
Newer.
Yeah.
And, I wouldn't consider myself an experienced one at all. And
that would enjoy this, but those smokers that have done this for a while might get some interesting notes out of it. Yeah.
Gotta be looking for them though. That's for sure.
So what are you getting on the moisture? What's the moisture level on this?
It was kind of a pain in the butt to get started. I'm not sure. I actually haven't even touched the plug, but it's a little moist.
And we dried ours out a little bit. Ours dried out for about 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and it made it to where this is drier than this.
By a lot,
it's dried out quite a bit in the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So you're not going to need to really dry it out a whole lot. 15 minutes is plenty, and it is slightly moist, but that's that's kind of what that is. But mine's staying lit pretty well. So
I've had a few relights here and there, but I think it's, as always, my cadence is kind of goofy.
What do you think about the nicotine on this one?
A little bit stronger than most. A little bit stronger than most. Definitely not going to put you under or anything like that, but it is stronger than most of the stuff that I smoke. But having said that, I maybe could smoke this all day.
You think?
Maybe. Yeah. It's nice.
It's just not really up my alley as far as what I tend to go for.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it would be just a good change of pace kind of tobacco. Yeah. But that's, like I said, I'm not a big straight Virginia or Virginia Oriental guy. So, those of you that like Virginias or like Virginia Orientals, you might find this to where you could smoke it all day. Because I'm not getting a lot of tongue bite.
No.
I don't get a lot of heat on my tongue. It's rather cool smoke, and it does taste good. It does taste good.
I'd agree.
What about did we say what the nicotine was on this one?
I believe you said medium to strong, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's definitely a little bit heavier than most things that I smoke. But if it was the only thing on my shelf, then I could smoke this all day. I think I could.
Yeah. Couple of things about this. This is the second in a series that GL Peace is putting out called the Zeitgeist series. It's, like we said, it's manufactured by Cornell and Deal. There's no bite or harshness to this. There's a few rough edges on it that I'm getting. Burns pretty cool, pretty clean, slowly, consistent flavor. The aftertaste, I can, like, even right now, I can still feel a little bit of that taste kind of layering on my tongue. Leaves a little bit of dampness in the bowl, and you might need some relights just because of the moisture content, depending on how long you dry it out for.
Nothing crazy, though.
Yeah. For me, it's not an all day smoke. Colton says he might be able to do it all day. It tastes better after it rests a little bit. So, like, opening up the can, I tried it straight out of the can. And then I opened, after that, I let it sit for a little bit, like about 3 or 4 or 5 days, kind of just to breathe a little bit. And it seemed to get better as it did that. Okay, so this is available almost everywhere. You can get it for about $13 a tin, which is about $16.50 an ounce. It comes in a 2-ounce can. So, you know, price is pretty good on this.
$6.50, not $16.50, right?
$6.50. Did I say $16.50?
Yeah, we can edit.
Yeah, $6.50 an ounce. So, anyway, the other one, the first one in the series, was called Bankside, and for me, I really liked that quite a bit. Little more than this one, but this is, you know, here's what I like about this series so far, is that it's not a run of 6 tobaccos in a series, and all 6 are very similar to each other. This one is totally different.
Well, that's good.
Than what the first one was, and I'm guessing that the third will be totally different from this one.
That's good.
So yeah,
because I always go back to this series, but the God series by Savinelli. Yeah, they were all Virginia based, right?
Oh, now you're making me think.
I think they were, which they're great tobaccos. Don't get me wrong, but
I think one was a Burley base.
Okay,
that Jupiter, I think, was a Burley base.
I don't remember. I bought all 3 because they were so cool. But it's a great tobacco, but they were all kind of in the same realm. I like it whenever somebody like kind of just like, hey, here's a different one. Here's a different one. You know, you just get some variety. That's really cool.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about this one? Would you buy this?
Yeah. No, actually, I would.
Yeah.
I definitely would.
Cool.
Yeah, that's one that I'll probably order whenever we get cell service. Honestly, that's
yeah, because we're out of Dearly's and there's no service out here at all.
Really good.
We're out in the middle of nowhere.
I like it.
All right. Well, so coming up, I've got a lot of episodes coming up of things that I filmed in Chicago.
That's right.
Or the things that I picked up in Chicago. So those are coming. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping next week to have my Missouri Meerschaum episode where I picked up the new Missouri Meerschaum pipe, and they have a whole new line of pipes that people are going to be interested in hearing about. So
I love Missouri Meerschaum pipes for that. You can just pick one up for cheap, and then they smoke.
Let me tell you,
smoke great. I mean,
this one that I picked up has become my everyday truck pipe.
Yeah.
I mean, when I go to work, I smoke one in the morning going to work and one coming home.
Right.
And that pipe is the pipe that I use.
I always keep, the only pipe that I keep in my car is a corn cob, and it's a Missouri Meerschaum at that. And they're just something about a corn cob pipe and Virginia tobacco.
Yeah. You know, they're just so reliable. Yeah. That's what I love about them.
They're great.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget,
make all your piping moments count.
We'll see you next time. Have a great week.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it.